Okay, so God, I gotta do something about this hair. It's ridiculous. It's all just like frizzy and disgusting. Anyways, gotta try something that I haven't done before, and that is get one of these wire wheels and see just what kind of a difference it makes on these wheels. I'm obviously going to sand them by hand as well, but they are filthy, and by doing it with a wire wheel, I might be able to shave some time off. Shave. Get you out. There we go. And this thing just sucks. It's all broken and crap. I'm going to replace all of it, but for the time being, let's just give this a crack. See how it goes. Got my safety glasses, because I don't want one of these going in my eyes. Also going to grab one of these and hold that up and see if I can shave that off as well. Yeah, let's just see how it turns out. Not bad. Hair is everywhere. There we go, 15 seconds left on my lunch. Love it. Whopper! So what we're doing here is sanding down the wheel on the Corolla with 320 grit, just to really cut into it. It's not the most professional looking job in the world, I admit, but it does the job. It's going to clean these wheels up quite a lot. The plan is we are going to paint the wheels white, because screw it, why not? Let's do it. So I'm just sanding them right down. I'm going to hit them with a 320 and then a 600, maybe an 800, I don't know, but I think 600 should be alright to paint. No, I'll Google it, I'm not really sure. So yeah, anyway, back to sanding. Here we go, trying something new. This wheel is basically ready to be primed. It just needs to be cleaned. This one, you can probably see, it's got some pretty nasty gutter rash here. Here and here is probably the worst one. It's not too bad, but it's still. What I'm gonna do is try a body filler. I have no idea whether this is the right one. I've literally never used this stuff before, but I've seen a lot of people do it, so let's just give it a crack, see how we go. This is annoying as hell. There's been literally no wind all day. Perfect day for painting. Been prepping the stuff. It's all good to go. I'm literally shaking up the can, about to start spraying, and the wind picks up. First time today. There's not much of it, but there's enough. There's enough to ruin stuff, and it'll throw spray paint everywhere. So so annoying. Oh well. Just have to try again later, or try again tomorrow. Not much else we can do really, because I can't paint inside. I don't have a garage to paint in, so. Alright, well, here's what it is. Let's get all this stuff packed up, and I'm not going to put the wheels back on the car tonight. I'm just going to leave it. Don't want jack stands over there. Just get all this packed up so it doesn't blow into the neighbor's house. Stupid. Just a quick note while this is drying. I mean, obviously it's the first coat, so it's pretty rough, but it doesn't look like it's going on all too happily. I mean, that bit there, like, I don't know. We'll see. I hope that it sort of goes on more evenly in the next few coats. So, a little while to go yet on the drying process for this coat, and then we'll go for coat 2. Alright, so we have cleaned up the wheels, given them a quick 600 grit sand, and then I've got some white hair that I'm just going to shoot on it. Based on my experience with the primer, it went on a little thick. I tried to do it in like 2 or 3 coats. I think what I'm going to do with the white is just try it out, just really light coats, and do like 4. Aim for 4, see how we go. So yeah, let's just shoot some white. Might as well just go for it. They're not going to be perfect, but you know what? They're going to be a hell of a lot better than what they were. So cool, let's do it. Well, I mean, that's encouraging. This paint goes on pretty good. It sticks to that primer really well. So coat 1 is quite light, but so far so good. Now let's wait 10 minutes, let it dry out, and go again. Alright, so we have done 3 coats on the back here. It actually turned out pretty good. I mean, some of the finish isn't great, but whatever, like, it really doesn't matter back here. As you might be able to see on the video, it's a very matte finish, so it's very, very matte. I'm going to flip the wheels over once these are dried and do the front faces again with this is actually only 3 coats, but on the front I'm probably going to take my time and probably do 4 or 5 really light coats just to make sure that we don't get any of this bubbling here. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a bit of bubbling on the back. I don't really care though. Yeah, so I'll take my time there, and then I'm hoping that the clear coat will bring out a shine. I mean, it should, at least to a point. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, this is a very matte finish. So I mean, it still looks super cool. I think it'd be really nice as is. But I think I'd like a gloss on there. So yeah, I'll let these dry for a little bit, flip them over, and do a bunch of light coats on the front face. So yeah, see how we go. Alright, so the wind is picking up a little bit. I've got a mask on right now. The wind is picking up a little bit, so we're going to try and get this clear coat down before it gets up too much, because I'm close. It's looking alright. Like, the paint is clearly not for wheels. I just got some random paint from the hardware store. I don't think it's for wheels because it is cracking a little bit, as you can see in here. If I move the paint can, maybe you can see it. Either way, it's fine though. To be honest, this is not a show car. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it looks fine. Like, rolling on the street, they'll look totally fine. I'm happy with it. So let's get this clear coat down. Alright, so here we are on the Corolla. Finally, these wheels turned out pretty good. Like, they look fine. Yeah, they're not perfect, but for done, a bit of overspray and everything, but that'll come off. For having been done out in the wind and the rain in some cases, at home just with some random ass cans from the hardware store, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. So I'm going to pop these back on this side of the car. The whole other side of the car is yet to be done, yet to be sanded, so there's still a lot of work on that side, but these ones are done. The bolts, the lug nuts, although I did paint them black, they just get scratched up so easy, but it is what it is. Yeah, alright. I think what this really does is accentuate the fact this thing is just massive. Like, there's such a huge gap here, which is probably not the worst thing in the world, being in Iceland, In the winter, it's just snow everywhere, particularly here in Akureyri. But I've got some springs that I'm gonna slap on there. Not coilovers, not at this stage. This is not a performance car. One thing at a time. So I'm just going to change out the springs sometime soon, I hope. I just need to get some spring clamps. But, I mean, yeah, as I'm diving into this car, I'm just finding everything is so rusted. Anything to do with suspension and braking, oh my god. It's just, everything needs a rebuild, basically. But, let's pull this out, have a look. It needs a wash bad, but let's just see what it looks like by pulling it out. Well, that does not look half bad. I like it. I need to get those springs on. This thing is just riding so tall. But I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. I mean, it's not perfect, but I like the contrast between the black wheel nuts and the white. Obviously, I'm going to get a wheel cap. That is on its way. I'm tossed up between what color I want it, between black or white. I don't know. We'll think about it. Yeah, the thing needs a wash real bad. Blech. So I'll get to doing that soon, but I'll also get to fixing up the other side sometime soon. But it takes so long, dear God. As soon as humanly possible, I'm going to invest in a sandblaster, because I plan on doing a lot of this kind of stuff, but just sanding wheels, especially when they're that complicated, oh man, it is just days worth of time. It's just not worth it. So, alright, I'm going to pull this thing back in and maybe just, enjoy it for a moment.